Day 59, Desert Wanderings, Numbers 8 through 9, Deuteronomy 8, Psalm 92. Let's begin. Numbers 8:9. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to Aaron, and you shall say to him, When you place the 7 lamps, let the lampstand be set up on the south side. Therefore, give this instruction, that the lamps should look out from the region opposite the north, toward the table of the bread of the presence. They shall give light opposite that area, toward the area that the lampstand faces. And Aaron did so, and he placed the lamps on the lampstand, just as the Lord had instructed Moses. Now this was the workmanship of the lampstand. It was of ductile gold, both the main shaft and all that originated from both sides of the branches. According to the example that the Lord revealed to Moses, so did he make the lampstand. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Take the Levites from the midst of the sons of Israel, and you shall purify the. According to this ritual, let them be sprinkled with the water of illumination, and let them shave off all the hairs of their body. And when they have washed their garments, and have been cleansed, they shall take an ox from the herd, with its libation of fine wheat flour sprinkled with oil. Then you shall receive another ox from the herd for sin. And you shall bring forward the Levites before the tabernacle of the covenant, calling together all the multitude of the sons of Israel. And when the Levites are before the Lord, the sons of Israel shall place their hands upon them. And Aaron shall offer the Levites as a gift in the sight of the Lord, from the sons of Israel, so that they may serve in his ministry. Likewise, the Levites shall place their hands upon the heads of the oxen. You shall make use of one of these for sin, and the other as a holocaust to the Lord, so that you may intercede for them. And you shall set the Levites in the sight of Aaron and his sons, and you shall consecrate those being offered to the Lord. And you shall separate them from the midst of the sons of Israel, so that they may be for me. And after this, they shall enter the tabernacle of the covenant, in order to serve me. And so shall you purify and consecrate them as an oblation to the Lord. For they were given to me as a gift from the sons of Israel. I have accepted them in place of the firstborn which open every womb in Israel. For all the firstborn of the sons of Israel, as much from men as from beasts, are mine. From the day when I struck down all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, I have sanctified them to myself. And I have taken the Levites in place of all the firstborn of the sons of Israel. And I have delivered them as a gift to Aaron and his sons, from the midst of the people, in order to serve me, for Israel, in the tabernacle of the covenant, and in order to pray for them, lest there be a scourge among the people, if they were to dare to approach to my sanctuary. And Moses and Aaron, and all the multitude of the sons of Israel, accomplished all that the Lord had commanded Moses concerning the Levites. And they were purified, and they washed their garments. And Aaron lifted them up in the sight of the Lord, and he prayed for them. So that, having been purified, they might enter to their duties in the tabernacle of the covenant before Aaron and his sons. Just as the Lord had instructed Moses about the Levites, so was it done. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, This is the law of the Levites. From 25 years and above, they shall enter to minister in the tabernacle of the covenant. And when they will have completed the 50th year of age, they shall cease to serve. And they shall be the ministers of their brothers in the tabernacle of the covenant, in order to care for the things that have been commended to them, but not to perform the works themselves. So shall you assign the Levites in their duties. The Lord spoke to Moses in the desert of Sinai, in the 2nd year after they departed from the land of Egypt, in the 1st month, saying, Let the sons of Israel observe the Passover at its proper time. On the 14th day of this month, in the evening, according to all of its ceremonies and justifications. And Moses instructed the sons of Israel, so that they would observe the Passover. And they observed it at its proper time, on the 14th day of the month, in the evening, at Mount Sinai. The sons of Israel acted according to all the things that the Lord had commanded Moses. But behold, certain ones, who were not able to observe the Passover on that day, being unclean because of the life of a man, approaching Moses and Aaron, said to them, We are unclean because of the life of a man. Why have we been cheated, in that we are not permitted to offer, at its proper time, the oblation to the Lord among the sons of Israel? And Moses responded to them, Remain, so that I may consult the Lord, as to what he will rule about you. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Say to the sons of Israel, the man who becomes unclean because of a life, or if he is on a distant journey within your nation, let him observe the Passover to the Lord. In the 2nd month, on the 14th day of the month, in the evening, they shall eat it with unleavened bread and wild lettuce. They shall not leave behind any of it until morning, and they shall not break a bone of it. They shall observe all the rituals of the Passover. But if any man was both clean, and not on a journey, and yet he did not observe the Passover, that soul shall be exterminated from among his people, because he did not offer the sacrifice to the Lord in its time. He shall bear his sin. Likewise, the sojourner and the newcomer, if they are among you, shall observe the Passover to the Lord according to its ceremonies and justifications. The same precept shall be with you, as much for the newcomer as for the native. And so, on the day when the tabernacle was raised, a cloud covered it. But over the tabernacle, from evening until morning, there was, as it seemed, the appearance of fire. This was so continually. Throughout the day a cloud covered it, and throughout the night, the appearance of fire. And when the cloud that was protecting the tabernacle had been taken up, then the sons of Israel advanced forward, and in the place where the cloud had remained standing, there they made camp. Upon the order of the Lord they advanced, and upon his order they fixed the tabernacle. All the days during which the cloud was standing over the tabernacle, they remained in the same place. And if it happened that it remained for a long time over it, the sons of Israel kept the night watches of the Lord, and they did not advance. During as many days as the cloud remained over the tabernacle. At the command of the Lord they raised their tents, and at his command they took them down. If the cloud remained from evening until morning, and immediately, at first light, it left the tabernacle, they set out. And if it withdrew after a day and a night, they dismantled their tents. Yet truly, whether it remained over the tabernacle for 2 days, or 1 month, or a longer time, the sons of Israel remained in the same place, and they did not set out. Then, as soon as it withdrew, they moved the camp. By the word of the Lord they fixed their tents, and by his word they advanced. And they kept the night watches of the Lord, according to his command by the hand of Moses. Deuteronomy 8. All the commandments which I am entrusting to you this day, take care to observe them diligently, so that you may live and be multiplied, and so that, upon entering, you may possess the land, about which the Lord swore to your fathers. And you shall remember the entire journey along which the Lord your God led you, for 40 years through the desert, to afflict you, and to test you, and to make known the things that were turning in your soul, whether or not you would keep his commandments. He afflicted you with need, and he gave you manna as your food, which neither you nor your fathers knew, so as to reveal to you that it is not by bread alone that man lives, but by every word that goes forth from the mouth of God. Your garment, with which you were covered, has by no means decayed due to age, and your foot has not been worn down, even to this 40th year. So that you would recognize in your heart that, just as a man educates his son, so has the Lord your God educated you. So may you keep the commandments of the Lord your God, and walk in his ways, and fear him. For the Lord your God will lead you into a good land, a land of brooks and waters and fountains, in which deep rivers burst forth from its plains and mountains. A land of crops, barley, and vineyards, in which fig and pomegranate and olive trees spring up, a land of oil and honey. In that place, without any need, you shall eat your bread and enjoy an abundance of all things, where the stones are like iron, and where ore for brass is dug out of its mountains. So then, when you have eaten and been satisfied, you should bless the Lord your God for the excellent land which he has given to you. Be observant and cautious, lest at some time you may forget the Lord your God, and neglect his commandments, as well as the judgments and ceremonies, which I instruct to you this day. Otherwise, after you have eaten and been satisfied, and have built beautiful houses and have lived in them, and have obtained herds of oxen, and flocks of sheep, and a plenitude of gold and silver and all things, your heart might be lifted up, and you might not remember the Lord your God, who led you away from the land of Egypt, from the house of servitude. And who was your leader in the great and terrible wilderness, in which there was the serpent with a burning breath, and the scorpion, and the snake of thirst, and no waters at all? He led streams out of the hardest rock. And he nourished you in the wilderness with manna, which your fathers had not known. And after he had afflicted and tested you, in the very end, he took pity on you. Otherwise, you might say in your heart, my own strength, and the power of my own hand, have brought forth all these things for me. But remember the Lord your God, that he himself has provided you with strength, so that he may fulfill his covenant, about which he swore to your fathers, just as the present day reveals. But if you forget the Lord your God, so that you follow foreign gods, and serve and adore them, behold, I now foretell to you that you shall utterly perish. Just like the nations, which the Lord destroyed upon your arrival, so shall you also perish, if you have been disobedient to the voice of the Lord your God. Psalm 92. The praise of a canticle, of David himself. In the time before the Sabbath, when the earth was founded, the Lord has reigned. He has been clothed with beauty. The Lord has been clothed with strength, and he has girded himself. Yet he has also confirmed the world, which will not be moved. My throne is prepared from of old. You are from everlasting. The floods have lifted up, O Lord, the floods have lifted up their voice. The floods have lifted up their waves before the noise of many waters. Wondrous are the surges of the sea, wondrous is the Lord on high. Your testimonies have been made exceedingly trustworthy. Sanctity befits your house, O Lord, with length of days.